So I was just changing my profile picture again, like you do when I saw this random girl's selfie. It was a nice picture and she was really pretty. So I downloaded it and I used it as my profile picture. I checked it and it was that same girl whose picture I had stolen. I didn't think much of it, but then a few minutes later, I got another notification saying, "You have a new follower." When I clicked on it, it was that same girl again. A few minutes later, I got a notification saying, "You have a new follower." At this point, I was getting creeped out, so I decided to message her. And when it went out, I could feel something cold and evil wrap around my neck, and then I started to black out. So I asked her, "Where do I know you from?" And then she responded, "You know where I'm from." Then she sent me another picture. But then a few days later, I got a notification saying, "You have a new follower," and it was that same girl again. I was so pissed off at this point that I went to her page and I started typing and I said, "Who are you? Why are you following me? What do you want?" But then as I was typing, the lights started flickering. This one was of a cross and a headstone. And then she sent me a voice recording. I said, "Who are you?" And then I immediately regretted it. I got so scared that I threw my phone across the room. But when I picked it up and I looked at the screen, it said, "You have a new follower." And it was that girl again. Because she responded, "Do you not recognize me?" And then she sent me this picture. I had a horrible feeling that I already knew who this girl was, but I couldn't place her face. I didn't want to listen to it at first, but then I did. And she was whispering, "I'm coming for you." At this point, I was freaking out. So I blocked her and I tried to forget about it. At first, it was just the lights outside, but then it was the lights in my room. And then the power completely went out. The last thing I remember is that girl's face right next to mine. And she looked evil and she was whispering, "You should have never downloaded my picture.